Hi, welcome to Simply Scrapping. Narelle here. Today I'm doing a layout for the 52 weeks project, which is documenting an everyday life thing for every week of the year. So I've taken a break from creating and I am like 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks behind. I don't know, I've lost count. But I am up to, I think this is week 3. So this should have been the 3rd week of January. And what I'm using basically is the Charmed Chronicles collection by Bo Bunny. It came in my, I don't know if it's January or February now. I think it was January, maybe it was December. I can't remember. A Kitaholic Kits subscription that I have. It came in one of the kits, so I'm using that and other things from the kit. So I'm just gonna get started and chat as I go. And I'll just quickly tell you about the photos. These are photos of my new dehydrator. So I'm doing bananas in here, and I started, it might have been late last year, early this year, started following a few people from America and a few people from Australia who do like, and I think they call it like pantry preparedness. So it's like not prepper type stuff, but it is getting in a supply of items that you can use for long-term storage, like mainly food items, I guess. And the idea behind it is if you have an issue where there's a weather event or there's a loss of a job or something like that, that you don't have to rely on going to the grocery store to get your supplies. So I thought that was a really good idea. And also in conjunction with that is I'm also trying to save money by not, buying out and falling for the I'm tired, let's do takeaway thing. So I'm also trying to have stuff in the freezer or in the pantry that I can pull out on hand if I don't feel like cooking or if I'm sick or things like that. And also, like my husband only works casual, so we've had times where he's gone like, 2-3 weeks or more without a shift. So that means, there's no money coming into the house at that time. So I want to also get a stock of things for when that happens, and we can go, well, we don't need to go to the grocery store for at least a month because we have enough stock in hand. And on top of that, I'm also trying to eliminate a lot of the nasties in our foods. So I started a garden again. I did have one a few years ago. We let that go. But I'm into growing our own food again. That is, though, a slog that's going to take a while. It's a long haul. It's not an immediate thing. And it's very much trial and error, because I have realised that growing food in Queensland, southeast Queensland, is a lot different to when I was in Sydney. And the environment is a lot different. It's so much more humid. The pests are more prevalent than they were in Sydney, and unpredictable rainfall that, like, you'll put seeds in and then they'll get drowned, and it's like, oh my gosh, it is so much harder than what it ever was in Sydney. So it's very much a learning curve. And yeah, so anyway, so I got a dehydrator because I want to preserve stuff. So the idea is, when things are on special, I can dry it, stick it in the pantry, and I know I've got it for long-term use as well as off-season use. So when things are out of season, I will still have a supply of those items in my pantry. It doesn't work for everything, but some things it does. So that's the whole idea of what I'm trying to do this year. And that's this photo is when I got my dehydrator. Now, it was meant to be a Mother's Day gift, But I went, oh look, I'm not waiting till May for my dehydrator. I want to get this thing happening now. So we went and got it, and I know now that, well, I'm not going to get anything for Mother's Day unless my family forgets and they still buy me something. But no, I'm not expecting anything for Mother's Day. And yeah, so the first thing we did was banana chips, because we had some bananas in our fruit bowl that were probably starting to get a little bit worse for wear. And we said, hey, let's use it for these. And the one thing to know, if you're curious about banana chips, the ones you buy in the supermarket that are super hard and crunchy, they're not actually dehydrated or dried. They're actually fried. Baked, fried. I think they're fried. So, and they've got a sugar syrup on them. So the other thing that prompted this as well was that my husband was told he's pre-diabetic. I'm already diabetic. So I went, well, you know, let's try and cut out as much of the sugar and stuff as we can. So it's a learning curve and a taste adjustment for stuff, but so far it's going well. So my dehydrator, it takes up a fair bit of room on the kitchen bench, but it's used probably every second day. So I've definitely got my money's worth out of it so far. I've also created a green powder from it. So my local greengrocer had English spinach bags, huge bags for like $2. It was ridiculous. So we went and got one of them, and I dehydrated it all. They also had big bags of broccoli for like $4, and they weren't the freshest. They had to be used like within a few days. They'd start going a bit, you know, beyond what you really want to be eating, but they were good enough to dehydrate. And I got this, I dehydrated all them, and I got this massive jar of greens. So I then blitzed them up into a powder, and it's a really good source of iron, because my daughter is very low in iron and refuses to take supplements. She had the injection once, doesn't want to do that again. And so I thought, well, I can put this powder into things that I make, and she doesn't like eating meat, so that's probably why she's also low in iron. Yeah, so I can put this powder in all sorts of things, and that will give her an iron boost, a little bit of an iron boost anyway. So anyway, I'm making this up as I go along, if you can't tell, and I need to swap them around because I don't want the bananas covered up with the heading. And this was actually a swap. I think, who made this? Ginger made this. Okay, so this is a swap from Ginger's Corner, and I'm going to put this on here because I love my dehydrator, and it's a banana theme. So, and these are bananas, and I'm making this up as I go along, so there'll be lots of fiddling and stuff, but I am going to stop talking now, and I'm going to speed you up, and yeah, you'll see what I come up with at the end. Enjoy. is my finished page. I love the heading. I think it's really cool, adds a bit of fun. And I found these bananas in my stash. I think I'd used them for some other layout and I had spares, so I found them in my yellow box, and yeah, that continued the banana theme. And that's it. Nice and simple. My journaling is going to go down here most likely, or maybe up here, I'm not really sure yet, but I do want to document quite a bit about the whole journey of making a prepared pantry, and my thinking behind it and everything that goes along with it. So quite a bit of journaling, so possibly down here. Okay, so I will link below the playlist to everyone else who is playing along with the 52 weeks of favourite photos of the week, and make sure that you check out what everyone else is doing. I'll have a few of these in a row probably come out because, like I said before, I am behind. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like so I know that you've liked it. Please also subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that notify bell so you know when my next video comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a scrap happy day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.